There was even more double local high school action yesterday, so I headed to Newport to see how the school's softball team would respond after suffering its first 2 losses of the season. The final score may not suggest it, but yesterday's win over Fall Mountain was anything but stressless for a Newport softball team that headed into the game fresh off back-to-back losses. The Tigers led 3-0 going into the 3rd inning, but Fall Mountain cut its deficit to 1 in the top of the frame with help from this sacrifice bunt from Maggie Haley that plated Sophie Bushy and an RBI single off the bat of Erin Devaney. Newport added 2 more runs in the 3rd with help from a Stephanie Carl home run and a triple from Kendall Hamilton to increase its lead to 5-2, and 6 more in the 4th behind a 3-run homer from Carl for what was the junior's 3rd home run of the game to increase its lead to 11-5. The Wildcats didn't go down quietly though, as a leadoff triple from Devaney in the 5th and a sacrifice bunt from Colleen Harridan had the visiting team celebrating its 7th and final run. Sarah Marsden pitched well for the Wildcats, who are now 5-3, but it was Samantha McNeil who earned the win from the circle, surrendering 2 earned runs on 7 hits and 3 walks while striking out 7. McNeil said after the game that her team was more focused than usual heading into the contest after suffering its first losses of the season.
We were definitely more focused. We had a lot of practice yesterday to get ready for this game. I felt like our effort was pretty good. I mean, we should have used a little more, but for the most part, it was pretty good.
I also spoke with Carl, who added that offense wasn't the problem during her team's rough patch, rather inconsistent defense.
Knowing that we need to come into this game with our heads up, our heads held high, and knowing that we needed to come back from all the struggles we've been having lately. Our bats have been really good lately, and they've actually been very much alive, but the errors are killing us right now.
Newport coach Sam McNeil said his team's mistakes have mostly been a result of pressure and not a lack of softball knowledge, which, the team's first-year coach said, is something he's hopeful can be fixed as the season progresses.
These girls know what they need to do. It's the moment. Sometimes they get caught up in that moment and they lose touch on reality of what really needs to happen. They start panicking a little bit. They just need to relax. They're all so wrapped up right now and not wanting to lose another game that they're making themselves tight. They just need to step back. You know, we talked yesterday about, you know, just because we've lost 2, don't mean we still can't make it to the championship. Because in the end, it's about fixing those mistakes, fix those mistakes so we don't make them again, and we'll go a long ways.
Both teams will be back in action tomorrow as the Tigers will travel to face Conan and Fall Mountain will host Mascoma.